Previously on Jason and Friends.
You're gonna do a stupid show in the basement?
Yeah, you suck.
How's about taking a nap? Hey, I got a better idea. Let's take a Winston break. That's it!
Yeah, so that's it for this week's blog. Make sure you tune in.
You know, someday this entire show is going to be yours.
Really? I don't want it.
Coming to you from deep within the planet Earth, it's Jason and Friends. Join Jason as he welcomes his good friend,
Jennifer and Mumaw.
and now with his faithful compadre, Kelsey, here he is, Jason Eric Mumaw.
Hey everybody, welcome to Jason and Friends. My name is Jason, and sorry Rob. So glad you're here with us. And this is a show that I do with my friends. It's a great show. You're going to enjoy it. It's the best show ever. And joining me is always my best friend, Kelsey Zumbrun. He makes me laugh. He makes me cry. He makes me
So much
make
pressure.
French fries.
That's true.
Did that rhyme?
With mayonnaise. Well,
Yeah.
slightly, but that's the best you're going to be able to do, I think.
Yeah. Well, we come down here. It's in my basement. We call it deep within the planet Earth, but it's what, about just 6 foot down here?
Yeah.
9, 8,
Far
7
enough.
foot. But it does stink here, so I like to keep it fresh a little bit.
Well, a freshly laundered shirt, though.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did that ruin that?
Yeah,
No?
that's okay.
No, we don't do that. But, you know, and one thing that we do, we like to give everybody the moon. We shoot them the moon.
Yep.
So here we go, drum roll, if I have a drum roll. And you can see the phases of the moon, and there, we just gave you the full moon. So there you go. And I'm glad I had a little remote, because
That's
I
good.
could not get up, stand up, and walk back there and do it because I'm lazy.
Yeah, if only you had some stars in the sky.
So I did hit you with that rubber band, didn't I, Rob? Here you go. Here comes another one. Oh,
Ooh,
yes!
right on the lens. That's it.
I might do that one in slow motion.
Maybe.
Because I hit it right on it. But
Yep.
you know who's going to be on the show today?
Who's that?
It's my wife, Jennifer Mumaw. She's always a fan favorite. Because I think
Favorite?
she's hot now. Favorite?
Favorite?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we get perverts watching.
Yeah.
And they probably looking at her, and I would probably fight them if they have ever said anything about her. But
Right.
she's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's very fancy, because everybody's fancy.
Yeah, everybody's fine.
Yeah. Your body's fancy.
And
And so is mine. Thank you, Mr. Rogers.
Yeah.
Let's see.
No, I
here.
think people are tuning in when she's on because of all the famous people.
Oh yeah,
she meets.
she's out there and she's just living it up. But now she doesn't have that opportunity.
No.
She's changed careers. She's moved on. But maybe
the-
we'll find out a little bit about that.
Okay.
But set looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Made some improvements. We got the stuff going back there. Of course, we've shot to the moon. I got my helmet back there, but it doesn't always look like this. Just to get back to show readiness, I did a little time lapse
Oh, did you?
on what it takes to what the studio looks like when I just let it go for like a week. And this is why Jen's very excited, because whenever we do the show,
Cleans.
the basement gets clean.
A little peek behind the curtain.
Yeah, so here's a little time-lapse footage. You can see just me running around here. It's pretty messy. But sad news here in the Mumaw household.
Oh no.
I've posted this on Facebook, so this may be redundant to some people, but we did an impulse buy at Tractor Supply a couple weeks
tractor?
ago. No, we don't. We just like to go there. And then we heard all the chirping in the middle of the store. And you go in there, and at a certain time of year, you get to see some chicks.
Oh yeah.
Not, hey, big
Picking up
chick,
chicks?
right?
Yeah.
And then ducks. Well, I was like,
No goose.
no, they didn't have any geese. Geese is multiple.
Right.
Goose is one.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Ducks. Ducks, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, we saw these ducks, and it was just like, nah, oh, they're so cute, blah, blah, blah. We buy them. They're like $3. You know, I guess you can't put a price on a life. So we get them. We had them. I think we got a picture of them. They're snuggling together, and they're so cute growing up. And they got big. The dogs got scared of them. They wouldn't take their dumps in the backyard, so we had to move the ducks out of the fenced-in area in the back. But they were pretty friendly. You know, it'd come up to us, and I could feed the bread out of there. One fateful morning, Jen got up, looked outside, and she said, "I think something's happened to one of the ducks." And it was just laying out there.
Ugh.
Come to find out, an owl had swooped down, lopped the neck off of the duck, the one duck. The other duck took off. We have a creek right behind our yard, and the other duck still got attacked on its neck and went down into the creek. So he's down there. I get up, I go out there, it's at lunchtime at my work, and then I roll the one duck over. It is just like somebody came up with a lopper and lopped the head off. I hope you're not eating dinner right now.
Right,
Because
yeah.
I know you have your computer at your dinner table. So I might show a little portion of this, but it is just the strangest thing. We could not figure out what would just take the head but not eat the body. We live a little bit out here in the country, and there's like,
Yep.
not hyenas, coyotes.
Hyenas.
That'd be great if we had some hyenas out here.
I heard
But
some
the coyotes
hyenas.
will like just tear the thing apart and
Right.
get to the meat and
Yep.
everything. So we're like, what? Were there some, rebellious teens around?
Right.
But come to find out, it was an owl. Swooped down, took the head off, and owls were weird like that, I guess. The second duck went down in the creek. Well, guess who went down in the creek to get it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was muddy, dirty, nasty. I got all scratched up, but I got the duck up, and he had, injuries on his face. He had bugs crawling in there, what they call maggots. So we're all grossed out, but we tried our best to save this duck.
Right,
Even
yeah.
at one point, there was a bone sticking out of the side of the head, and when he did this, it would go. Is this a good visual? You get what I'm talking about here?
Those old wooden toys.
So you got a piece of bone sticking out.
Poor duck.
Unfortunately, a couple days later, we tried our best to save it, but he died. So both ducks are gone, and we just wanted to pay a little bit tribute to the ducks in this memorial we had, where all of us here on the crew of Jason and Friends had some fun with the ducks. Please try not to cry. So there you go. It's I know every time I see it, you're supposed to console me at this point. Tap me on my shoulder.
Moving on. Anyway,
Well, that's very nice. I'm hurt by it, and you just over there, no compassion there at all. Thanks.
yeah.
It's Jason and Friends, not Jason and Jerks.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I just wanted a little pat on the back because my ducks died. I'm moving on here because back in the 70s, they would do this thing where the guys would wear these leisure suits. I don't know what the heck got into half these people, but it was a big thing. And here's this guy. I came across an ad from the 70s, and it's One Easy Piece. And he is looking there like, I thought he looked like a race car driver or something. But it looks good, yeah. I would buy one, I guess, back in the day, until I read the caption. If you look at the fine print here, I'm just going to read a little,
Yeah.
and then it gets too much, then I'll turn away. So here it goes. Here's the description of this fine leisure suit. Because one is enough, I'm assuming that no shirt, pants, that's two.
Yeah.
One suit.
One suit.
One piece is enough.
That's it.
When it's you. Show where you're headed in the ultimate fashion climax. That's gross. Fits so tight it shows all you got. I don't want to show all I got. It's not much.
TMI.
If anything, I'm truthful on this show.
Yeah, okay.
It looks like one of those baby pickles.
Oh, jeez. Oh,
Is this where we cut some of this?
green and
Right. If it's so tight, it shows all you got. You're a walking turn on. You're already a walking turn on. You got to fight them off. And treat your body as well as she does. Easy on, easy off, quick of a flick.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to stop right there and just say everybody in the 70s was pretty gross.
Millions sold worldwide.
Yeah. And the beard and the mustache, I don't know why. Hipsters would wear these nowadays.
Did she have something like that? But yours was velvet, right?
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Velvet looks good on you. It feels good,
Purple
too.
velvet.
Yeah. Well, I did want to talk about this, too. I know we were talking before the show that your kids are in sports.
Yep.
And that's fine. It's football season, so they're in football, pee-wee football, full
Right.
pads, helmet, and everything like that. But it's not so much an activity for the kids anymore. It's the parents.
Right.
They're going crazy.
Yeah.
Now, explain what they're doing.
What aren't they doing? Nowadays, and you've probably seen videos of it online or in news groups, the parents are very vocal.
Right.
And right now it's football season. What cracks me up the most is the people who are the most vocal are the moms.
And this is pee-wee football.
Pee-wee football.
Grant you. This
Yeah.
is not high school where I could say that's fine.
Yeah, 4th, 5th, and 6th graders.
Yeah.
Yep, hollering left and right, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's interesting. A lot of times it's parents get out of the way, let the kids play.
Right, yeah. And what kind of example is this setting?
Right.
To be disrespectful to the authorities, which
Right.
are the officials. Just let them play, have fun. Yeah.
As a player, I was always taught, don't talk to the officials.
Right.
Just let that be. Do what you can to win the game.
I think this is a reflection on the state of our society right now.
I do believe.
Parents, just shut up when you're at the games. Let the kids play. Let the officials officiate. Take your pictures, and then that's it.
Moving on.
All right. But, so,
Transition.
yeah. Segue, that's all we're about here. But you go to church.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't tell that I can by the time. I'm not going to air the pickle thing. But you go by, and people are, these church signs, they're trying to get people to come into the
Right.
church, trying to attract new. And some of them are very funny, and they work very well.
Trying to be creative, yep.
We're going to take a look at here some church signs. These are actual church signs that really just aren't doing the best that they can here. Here's from Emmanuel Southern Baptist Church. Bring your sin to the altar and drop it like it's hot.
Whoop whoop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like that?
That was great.
Can you do it?
No.
Because you can't drop it like it's hot.
No, I
I
cannot.
just dropped it like it was hot.
Yeah. That's why the ratings are through the roof right now.
And I can't pick it back up, that's why. This is the Cyril of Alexandria Catholic Church. Staying in bed shouting, "Oh God," does not constitute going to church. You can't do that, churches. I don't know who's making these decisions. They're like, "Oh yeah, no, that's a good one. Quickly, get out to the sign and put it up. That one's awesome."
Run that by someone first, please.
Yeah, let's see here.
Where's common sense again?
Yeah. Pentecostals of Santa Fe, Maury is not the only place to find your father. Concordia Lutheran Church, hipster, Jesus loved you before you were cool. House of Prayer, eat the devil's corn, you will choke on his cob. These are, I bet you the person that came up with that wore that leisure suit. $10 says he wore that
It's
leisure
possible,
suit.
yeah.
Oakwood Baptist Church, hang out with Jesus, he hung out for you.
True.
Yeah, that one's not so bad. It's
But-
he died for your sins.
Yeah.
So there
Yeah.
you go. Eastwood Baptist Church, at Jesus Way, take the right turn. Others go to hell. I mean, I guess that's tough love.
I suppose. Yeah.
I like this one. We'll end on this one. This one's the blessing of pets. Bring your dog or cat or whatever.
Whatever.
And a lawn chair, and they'll get blessed, which is nice. We'll end on a positive note.
Yeah.
But I don't understand the whatever. You're going to bring your lizard out there, your iguana.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, here is our web clip of the week. Take a look.
Done recording!
Well, hey everybody, welcome back to Jason and Friends. Oh, and I just missed it on that time, but we're so glad you're here with us, and it's my pleasure to bring to you my best friend, the love of my life. She is one hot mama. Here she is, Jennifer Mumaw. How are you, Jen?
I'm fabulous.
Yeah.
How are
yeah.
you doing?
How was that set up there, though?
That was great.
Now, if you had to introduce me,
You should do that to me every morning.
yeah.
Good morning,
Here.
fabulous Mrs. Mumaw.
Yeah. So if you had to introduce me, let's say you were in my seat and you had to just introduce me. Welcome
Ladies
back.
and I'm not as good at this as you are.
I'm not good at this. It's in the basement, for crying out loud. Speaking of that, you know how
Yeah.
Kelsey didn't like that. There you go.
The only reason I agreed to do this is so that you'd so that you'd clean the basement.
I know.
Legitimately.
I know.
You had no guess. I said I will be on this show.
You hate when this basement is dirty.
I will be on this show just so you clean the basement.
Yeah, and so now you're
I
happy.
have nothing to say.
And it's
But
still
the
not up to
basement's-
par for you, is
No,
it?
it's not. He
there's
shoved everything
plenty
in
much
that
more
room
to
over
do.
there.
But we're not in the basement. We're deep in the planet Earth.
Okay, whatever you have to say to make yourself feel better.
Now, hey, I do want to mention here that, you know, I am very famous because I am the #1 aunt. And, of course, I always get all my stuff at Goodwill. But, hey, look what I found. If I am the #1 aunt,
I get to be the #1 uncle.
#1 uncle. There you go.
There we go.
Holy cow.
That is some great
I tell
Diet
ya,
Mountain Dew.
Man, I just,
Never had better.
I can't wait to
Out
pee
of my
because
Goodwill.
I get to see it again.
It's all the same color.
Hey, we got 2 kids, and you know that.
Yeah.
I have 3, but no, I can't talk about that. They recently got grounded. How awesome was that?
They're constantly getting in trouble.
Yeah, they don't like
When
each
they
other,
get
do
together, they fight nonstop.
Yeah.
So tell them what happened. Tell them what happened when you came home.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well,
see,
first of all, go ahead. Yes.
yes, they're supposed to be, you know, working together when they get off school. They got chores to do, like
Mm-hmm.
I used to have chores to do. Not go outside because
Right.
we're not home yet.
Right.
And
They're
they're
supposed to be-
responsible enough to be home. And so now they're going outside.
Which they're not supposed to.
And then we have a garden. Our guy down the road has a garden. He brings us, nice enough to bring us cucumbers and tomatoes and everything. Well, you got home and you were like, oh, you guys ate all the cucumbers, didn't you?
I thought, wow, what a healthy snack for these children of
Yeah.
ours. What model citizens
Yeah,
they
man,
are.
they ate them, eating their vegetables and everything. Well, I go walking around the yard. There are just chunks of cucumber all over the yard. So I said, boys, get in here. And then so,
Well, tell them why you were walking around the yard.
well,
this is a very
I did
sad
tell.
story.
I told Kelsey about the ducks.
Did you really?
And if we can, let's take another moment of silence for the ducks. There you go. And who's this? I know
This
she
is
jumped up.
Hot Lips. She wants to be on the show, too.
Yeah, and here comes Hawkeye.
You want to come up here? Come on.
These
These
two
are our other 2 kids.
are
Uh-oh,
much better
They're
than
gonna
our
mess up the
kids.
sound.
So anyway, so they got grounded.
Uh-huh.
But it's pretty rough.
Okay, get down, dogs.
Get down, go. Yeah.
So yeah, they cucumbered, tomatoed, and egged our yard,
And then lied about it.
and then lied about it.
I don't know how you stop kids from lying.
The week before, they dug a hole in the yard, a random hole that was about a foot deep. No
Yeah.
reason. They weren't burying anything. They just decided to dig a hole.
Yeah.
Is this a boy thing? Because I would have never done this when I was a kid.
Of course not. You were perfect,
I was
right?
an angel.
Yeah, you're doing
How
your
do they
homework.
come up with it? What goes through their mind?
I can understand. I did a little bit of that because you're just experimenting, playing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at least they weren't doing video games anymore.
Yeah,
But-
at that point in time, anyway.
But yeah, I'm thinking that they were maybe the ones that killed the ducks. I wouldn't put it past them.
That could be.
Yeah.
They have that sort of power.
Then they weren't even sad. Yeah, you would
No.
think, oh, ducks, oh, they're no, not at all. But hey, me and Kelsey were talking about this, and parents at sporting events. Do you think it's right for parents to be yelling and screaming and calling the refs out? Would you do that? I don't think I would at one of our...
and I'm terribly competitive. You
Yeah.
know that I've played sports my whole life. No, very inappropriate.
Right,
All they should do is they should be there to support their children.
right.
Tell them that they liked how they played, you enjoy watching them play, congratulate them, Don't belittle them. Don't belittle the other. What are the kids learning from
Because
that?
all it is we're setting examples for them. So they think it's okay to just blab off and yell off. And I think that's all Kelsey does.
I believe it.
Yeah, he was, he was telling me all the things you want to hear, but I know he's probably just sounding off. Now, I know you're usually on and you have this great story about John Stamos.
I had a story one year about John Stamos.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
But
yeah,
I'm still
but
living in the glow of the
Right.
wake of
So
the
that's
Stamos.
not going to happen anymore. You
No.
have moved on.
I've moved on. I'm no longer going to California.
And you have this new career path.
Yes.
And how's that going? Is it going all right? I know starting a new job for anybody is pretty tough.
Yep.
It's just that learning curve, isn't it? But you're doing all right there?
I'm doing okay.
Okay. Now, I just change.
That's okay.
Things. I got my list
you
here
don't need
of-
segues. This
Right.
is not real
I don't know what
TV.
else you want to say about your job.
What else do I want to say? I might be going to Canada for my job.
Ooh, and I know
It's no California.
you could meet Michael J. Fox
Is he in Canada?
or Paul Schaefer
Yeah. He's
because
been
they're
to
all
one-
Canadian.
and bacon.
Ba-
Bacon is
yes,
Canadian.
and the McKenzie brothers, Bob and Doug McKenzie. Who's that?
I have no idea who that is.
Everybody knows Bob and Doug McKenzie. Kelsey probably doesn't know. From they were on Second City. They did the Strange Brew movie. Yeah.
Oh, that clears it up.
Yeah. You need to get caught up on your movies there. Now, I did this the other night, and you gave me the okay for this, but I bet you thought I was pretty dumb in doing this. I went out. It was, we live here in South Bend.
We live in Mishawaka.
Well, yeah, but if you told anybody around the world, they're Mishawaka, South Bend, oh, hey, that's where Notre Dame's at.
Do people know South Bend?
No.
They've
but
heard of Notre Dame, probably.
That's their slogan.
I don't think anybody knows that it's actually in South Bend.
Right. But, the deep tradition of Notre Dame. And so I decided to go out to Newt Rockney's grave at
Yes.
midnight. And you were okay with this?
Sure. I was already sleeping by the time you even left. Have some of that Mountain Dew.
No, you can keep talking when I go.
I think we should just have awkward pauses.
I have now. I got this tickle in my throat. Now I sound like Lee Marvin. And
I
always
only
do
know
that.
I only know who Leah Marvin is because of your voice.
Right. We're making all these references. All the kids out there. So they don't know Strange Brew, Lee Marvin, look them all up. But yeah, I went out there. It was fun. I went out with these group of guys. They do this, have been doing it for the past 40 years.
Take a breath.
Really.
It's okay. He's been dead
He
since
was dead.
1931.
Although I didn't know the story behind the plane crash. Did you guys ever know the
This is
actual
amazing.
story?
Yeah.
I don't know if I should tell. It's kind of, but for legend, or not legend, what happened is that when Newt Rockney's plane was coming down, that they came down too steep, they tried to peel back up, which caught the wing. It was one of those planes that had the wings that go across the entire top of the thing. It tore the wing off, which then snapped the front of the plane off. The pilot and somebody sitting next to him, it went down, and the people in the back. At that time, back in the 30s, of course, you're not going to have all the seat belts and everything on. The plane tipped over. They fell out, and so he actually passed away from falling out from like a 300 or 400 foot
That would
drop.
have been terrible.
I just brought this thing to a whole stand still.
Should we have a moment of silence for Newt Rockney too?
And the ducks.
And the ducks.
Yes. And then here's a picture of his graveside that we did. Somebody left him a nice cigar there. They go out there.
Who
and
was
people
that? Was
leave
that
them
your
things.
group?
Yeah, that was our group that went out there. We had a
No, I
priest
mean,
with us.
did your group leave the cigar?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
that was
okay.
us. And so it was.
And
it
you
was
got home
pretty
at what
touching.
time?
And well, then we went over to the university and outside the Golden Dome where they do the drums at midnight, which is very cool. And then we went to the Starbucks, and I got home at 2 in the morning. And it's fun. I felt like a kid again. I'm 40. I'm old, but here I am hanging out.
I should be the host of the show and you be the guest.
Oh yeah, I'm telling all my stories.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Well, what do you do?
I don't do anything.
You got your dogs.
I got my dogs. I go to work. I come home.
Yeah. Okay. What about the kids?
Well, do you know what an archipelago is?
No. Is he related to Lee Marvin?
I was studying with Carson the other day, and one of his vocabulary words.
Carson's a 10-year-old.
He is a 10-year-old.
Right.
One of them. He's in the 5th grade.
Right.
I first of all didn't know how to pronounce archipelago. I still don't know if I'm even pronouncing it correctly. Archipelago. Archipelago. See, I am not smarter than a 5th grader.
So, but he knew it.
He knew it.
And what is it?
A cluster of islands.
Oh.
Geography terms. Carson asked me when we were working on math. He was talking about decimal points and. Are you looking at the time? Am I boring you?
Yeah, that's what are we getting here?
Carson asked me if I was...
So you're dumb, he's smart.
Yeah, that's the moral of the
And
story.
he called you out on it.
He called me out on it.
All right. Well, that's all the time we have.
Okay, great. I'm glad we ended on that.
Do your hair again. There you go. We'll do it in slow motion, and we'll get all the perverts emailing in. All right, but I did want to end, I always end with some type of advice. And usually I make up something stupid or everything, but I told you this saying I learned from parenting, and it's pretty good, I think. Parenting, the days are long and the years are short. There you go. Well, we hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you, Jen, for being here. You'll be crying because you're crying about the ducks and Newt Rockney falling down. And we'll see you next time here on Jason and Friends.
Hey, Mom, my butt cheeks don't match.